The Genghis Grill brings you the Bixby Spartan Football Coaches Show with head coach Lauren Montgomery.
Welcome to the Genghis Grill. Welcome to Genghis Grill and the Bixby Spartan Coaches Show. I'm Pat McGrew, and we're here with the head football coach, Coach Lauren Montgomery. Coach, it's hard to believe it's already going into the 10th week. I look at the calendar this morning and saw August and how hot it was, and now we're wearing jackets. It's great weather. Even Friday night was a great atmosphere, and boy, Jenks facility, they've really done some great things to it.
Yeah, it's a great place to play. You know, the atmosphere was great, the temperature was perfect. We were excited to go over and play in that atmosphere against, quite possibly the very best team in the state. And we told our guys before the game, as a good football player, as a great football player, you want to go out and see how you stack up against the best competition. And it's an opportunity for you as a player to take pride in your game. It's an opportunity for you to raise your level of play because you know you're playing against the very best guys across the line from you.
Well, the thing that I was talking on the radio, Coach Chris Plank and I, was I knew our kids would never give up. And
No,
they never
they did great.
And the thing is the kids came out in the second half, and there was still some enthusiasm, and they played really hard, and it was just a great night for football. You always want to win, but when the kids play like that, play that hard, it makes you feel good.
No, our guys are flying around. Our kids are playing hard. They're doing exactly what we're asking them to, Coach. And like you said, that defense came out in the second half, and I couldn't be more proud of a bunch of our seniors. Jake Castillo, Mason Yelton, Andrew Pence had a great game from his safety position. Just a lot of guys playing really well, elevating their level of play. And we're getting the things we want out of those guys. And like you said, those guys never let up. They never quit on us, and felt like they played hard the whole game, so I'm proud of that bunch. That
play that Andrew Pence made, that first series that Jenks had the football, I thought that was a D1. Everybody else went with it, and he stuck with it and played it beautiful and made a great one-on-one tackle.
Against a D1 football player, a guy that's committed to the University of Oklahoma, and so we felt like Andrew did exactly what he was coached to do on their little bunch series. He played that reverse play and came down and made a great open field tackle against a Division I player. So you can't ask for anything more than that from your safety.
Well, the kids played hard, and once again, how important practice is. Who's this week's Matthews Ford Practice Player of the Week?
This week we want to recognize two guys as our Practice Players of the Week, Brandon Newman and Ryan King. Two guys that are doing a great job. They both play defensive back. They both play wide receiver, but they're fighting other guys to get into the huddle and give our guys looks. And they fly around. They do everything we want. And two guys that have a promising future within our program. So when you get work out of your scout team, you got an opportunity to make plays like Andrew did on Friday night.
Well, what I hope all players understand is you might not be starting as a sophomore or junior, but boy, when you make the team better, you make yourself better, and eventually you're going to play somewhere.
Absolutely.
And so it's very important. And we're going to have a first half action at the Genghis Grill Bixby Coaches Show right after this.
The Bixby Spartan Football Coaches Show is brought to you by Genghis Grill, Jim Norton Toyota, Car Country, Nelson Nissan, Nelson Mazda, Matthews Ford, Midwest Sporting Goods, TTCU, Central States Orthopedic Specialists, Graber and Associates, TRC Disaster Solutions, and by Citizens Security Bank.
The Credit Cruncher is making a move. Buy a car at the Car Country Move It Now Repo Sales Event. All cars and trucks, including repos, must move. Cars half price. Trucks 60% off. Repos dimes on the dollar. Zero down at every Car Country location. This is a limited offer, and you can only get it from one guy.
The Credit Cruncher at Car Country.
Genghis Khan. You may know me from such conquests as the sacking of Yanjing or the famous raid of Bukhara. Good times. But here, at Genghis Grill, I've chosen to turn my efforts from burning and pillaging to more noble pursuits, like feeding and empowering. With 80 delicious fresh ingredients to build your own bowl, you can eat what you want. Could have used you at the Battle of Samarkand.
Genghis Grill. This is Miles and Jeremy at Matthews Ford, where it's a great place to buy a car.
Matthews Ford is open 24 hours a day, 7 days a week online at MatthewsFordBA.com.
We just opened up a quick lane, didn't we?
The quick lane's up and running. We're really excited about it. There's no appointment necessary. Come and see us even on Saturday. I'll tell you what, we've got specials online as well as our complete new and used inventory.
You can find that at MatthewsFordBA.com. Give us a call, 251 Ford Matthews Ford, your affordable dealer.
Welcome back to Genghis Grill and the Bixby Coaches Show. Once again, I'm Pat McGrew, and this is the head football coach, Lauren Montgomery. Coach, the first half started out, we played pretty well on that defensive line front, and actually defensive all over. I mean, there were some great things out there and some positive things that happened Friday night.
Yeah, I felt like that defense did a good job. You know, like I said, Jake Castillo, Jesse Price, Matt Grier, those three guys inside. They got a few other guys that rotate in there, but they dominated the line of scrimmage. And then we got some great open field tackling from some of our skill positions, which is tough anytime you're dealing with a couple Division I players. So,
but let's get to that first half of action, and a very tough game, very good football team, but some great action. Let's get to it.
Yeah, Coach, you're going to get a lot of defensive highlights in this first half because we didn't have too many offensively. There's that play you're talking about against Andrew Pence right there, playing the reverse against Smallwood, their talented wide receiver. They come back around the stretch play. You'll see Casey Sade from his outside linebacker position folding over, making a great play. You know, they drop back right here and try to throw the deep ball, and Andrew Pence, probably the big play of the game on the first drive, makes an interception, gets us the ball. We're excited about that. We come back and had some excellent punt protection. That always makes you nervous in a big game like this with a team that puts so many talented players out there. But the punt team, you see Blake Kirk, you see Dylan Hood, a lot of guys down there tackling. We haven't had a lot of returns on our punt team, and that's kind of what we're wanting to do. They come back and they pound the rock on the inside zone with their talented running back right there. We do a great job. That's Mason Yelton filling the hole right there. Tackling, we want to end up tackling that thing at the line of scrimmage, but he's showing up where he's supposed to. Then they run a little slip route right here to Trayvon Baree, their talented running back, and get in the end zone for their first score of the game. Right here we come out and we throw the out route. You know, they're in man coverage. Their defense does a great job of bottling us up. Blake Cooper comes in and he runs the power read play up inside. Blake, a talented young sophomore that's doing a fine job. Clayton Oliver right here on the sprint out. We hit the curl route to Marcus Jordan. Marcus doing a good job getting close to first down yardage. Come back right here, and they hit the tight end dump route over the middle, doing a good job with their play action. Right here, you'll notice Andrew Pence coming in and filling and spilling everything. As a defense, we want to continue to spill and make those guys run laterally. That way we can rally our troops. They run the out route right here to Smallwood, their talented wide receiver that's going to the University of Oklahoma. Our corner does a nice job coming down. I believe that was A.J. Harbin or Caden Gason, couldn't quite tell from the angle. Doing a great job making an open field tackle right here. Swing route right here. They get in the end zone for their second score. Good job of execution on the part of their offense. Coming back, kickoff return right here. Felt like our kickoff return's been close all year. We're hoping this is going to be the week against Muskogee Ruffers for senior night. We take one to the house. That's A.J. Harbin sticking it up in there right there. We run the inside zone play right there to DeAndre Jennings. DeAndre doing such a good job for us, having a great attitude. He's going to be a guy that has an opportunity to play at the next level. We run the out route right there just out of the reach right there of our H wide receiver. We come back and Marcus Jordan on the punt averaged about 38 yards the other night from the punts. Austin Casillas, their guy that fields punt, puts it on the ground right there. Unfortunately, we weren't able to recover it. Doing a good job right there, looking at all the white shirts. I think that's John Kewen, back from his injury that finally tackles him. Great open field tackle right there by sophomore Casey Sade. They come back and try to throw the middle route right there. J.J. Cantrell doing a great job batting that pass down. I'm proud of J.J., another young sophomore that's doing a good job. They run out with their sprint out punt and do a good job getting it downfield, pinning us deep. We're going to have to come out of our own end zone right there. And anytime you have to do that, that makes it tough on you. Right here we come out, throwing the deep route. We have a chance right there with Marcus Jordan, his speed, unfortunately unable to connect. Blake Cooper right here running the speed sweep, doing a good job getting out over the edge behind the blocking of Dylan Hood, DeAndre Jennings, Bodie Clark, a lot of guys punting out of our own end zone right there, good protection. They line up their punt block team. Felt like our guys up front do a good job, and then we're doing a good job right here. Mason Thompson on the tackle. It's easy to recognize Mason there in those cool blue shoes. But Mason doing a good job on special teams, doing a good job from his jack linebacker position. They ended up right here. We get called a couple years ago for that very penalty right there. They call it hurdling, which is a personal foul, and so I hate to complain to the officials, but if we got called for it, Coach, a couple years ago, we're certainly going to point that out as well. And so they got that call. We do a good job running Baree out of bounds right there. They throw the flat pattern, A.J. Harbin right there to tackle. We come back on offense right there, handing the zone play for some tough yards up inside to DeAndre Jennings. Running the sprint out pass pattern right there. We hit DeAndre. They do a nice job covering us up in the flat. Once again, they're trying to block our punt. We do a nice job picking that up from our shield protection, and they filled the punt right there. They're running stretch into the boundary right there. John Keelan, what a great tackle for a loss. John, just quite the program player, does a great job in off season. Kid we recruited out of the hallways a couple of years ago, wasn't playing football and has bought in, and we're proud of him. He's doing a nice job starting jack linebacker most of the season this year. There's John Keelan right there in on that tackle again, and we're doing a good job. Mason Yelton for a tackle for loss, doing a good job coming in from behind right there. You'll notice Nick Roller in the backfield ends up getting a big tackle right there, getting some good play out of the young freshman. Right there, Caden Hudson up inside on the one-back power play. Running the stretch play right here, DeAndre Jennings just doing a phenomenal job out there with Chandler Miller getting vertical push. And that ends our first half highlights. Coach, a lot of defensive highlights in that first half.
Well, anytime that you play a good football team like Jenks, you know, they have a great defense. They're also very good on offense. And I thought, you know, talking about our defensive side, I thought they were in the right place a lot of times. I mean, they were fitting right into the gaps where they're supposed to be. You know, sometimes great athletes can make great plays, and they made some great plays.
Yeah, absolutely. Felt like our defense showed up exactly where they were supposed to a few times. And when you got a Division I player, sometimes they're able to shake loose and pick up some more positive yards. And they did that, and give their guys credit. They're big and physical and well coached. And I think playing a team like that causes you to elevate your level of play and get better. So.
Well, we'll have the second half of action here in a moment. You know, that really has 7-7 going in the second half, I believe. You know, at the end of the ball game, kids came out and played really hard. But we'll be back at Genghis Grill with the Bixby Coaches Show right after this.
Miles and Jeremy right down here at Matthews Ford. And Jeremy, what do you get when you mix direct injection with a turbocharger?
Super excited.
And because it's EcoBoost technology, tell them.
At Matthews Ford, we're proud to present Ford's new EcoBoost technology, where SUVs can get over 30 miles per gallon and pickup trucks in the high 20s. We have a whole line of these vehicles, 5 different models to choose from, and you can look them up at MatthewsFordBA.com.
Give us a call, 251-FORD.
We like Adam, yes we do.
Adam Cash gives you $50 when you open a checking account using our school pride card.
Oh, Adam, you're so fine.
Adam Cash gives our school $50 when you open an account with a school pride card.
Our school gets a donation from TTCU when you use our card.
So does ours. You swipe and TTCU donates.
Our card's the best.
TTCU has more than 30 school pride cards for you to choose. It pays your school $50 and you $50 for getting yours. Get the best today.
Welcome back to Genghis Grill and the Bixby Coaches Show. I'm Pat McGrew, and we're here with head football coach, once again, Coach Lauren Montgomery. Coach, let's get right into that second half. I thought our kids didn't come out down, and that's important as a coaching staff, especially as a head coach. You know, when you go in there, you know, your job, and I thought you did a great job, is making sure those kids didn't stop playing hard, and they didn't.
No, they're not going to. Just a good group of kids, a good bunch of seniors, and they want to play football. They want to go out. So, yeah, let's take a look at those second half highlights. Coming out here on offense right here, you'll notice DeAndre Jennings right there. We do a nice job running the flare pass right there to Caden Hudson, picking up a few yards. Come back, we drop back pass right there, and hit DeAndre right there in the flat. I think that's DeAndre. Coming back, trying to set up the screen pass, and you'll notice their big defensive lineman doing a good job retracing his steps. Come back right here, Marcus Jordan on the punt right here. Punt coverage, doing a good job getting downfield. Big Dylan Hood from his center position. Thought Dylan's snaps were great all night. You'll notice the defense right there, John Kewen right there on the tackle off the edge. And, we end up blocking their PAT right there. Doing a good job right here, Caden Hudson on the zone read play right there, banging it up inside for some positive yards. Here we go right here on a big play. Marcus Jordan gets free right there. We run the post pattern off the play action, and nobody's catching Marcus Jordan right there. Just a phenomenal job, him showing off his phenomenal speed. We go ahead right here. We had the wind in our face, so we go ahead and take a whack at the onside, and they do a good job playing it. We got a good kick. We got some of the things we wanted. They just do a good job. They made a play right there. Doing a good job right here, hurrying and getting pressure on their defense right here. And want to get a good look at this right here. It's a wide angle, but we do a nice job covering them up. That's Caden Gasick from his corner position, just doing a real fine job. And you'll see Mason Yelton, you'll see Austin Boyer in, a whole bunch of guys in doing a good job up inside. Ethan Bell, senior, doing a good job inside, plugging up the middle, trying to stop their run game. We force them to punt. We come out right here, and they get a good punt right here. Andrew Pence had a really big game for us on Friday night. Proud of Andrew, proud of the way he continues to grow as a football player, getting better. And off the speed sweep action right here, we have Kyle Ryan open down the field. I thought he came up with it, but they interfere with the pass, so we end up picking up the first down. Hand the inside zone play off inside right here. Come back, we drop back. We scramble around right here. We end up missing on the little flat pass right here. We run a fake punt right here behind freshman Big Nick Roller. Ends up not as open as we had anticipated. They face mask, so we pick up the first down. We hand the reverse right here to J.J. Cantrell, and J.J. showing off his speed. We just couldn't be more excited about J.J. and what he does with the ball in his hands, and then also from his safety position. Great open field tackle. Unfortunately, down there, we turn the ball over. You'll see Blake Kirk coming in on the tackle from his nickel linebacker position. John Kewen right there putting pressure. Matt Dreyer up inside. Doing a good job from our defensive line position. You'll notice Jake Castillo inside, senior, doing a good job. Jake continues to get better from his nose guard position. He's a big physical presence. Jake's a guy that's overcome a lot of adversity through his career, different injuries, third-degree burns. You'll talk to him about it a little bit here in a little bit, Coach. Getting good pressure on their quarterback, forcing them into an errant pass right here. They're trying to run the zone play. You'll see Brandon Turney, J.J. Cantrell, a lot of those guys up inside doing a good job right there. They try to bend that back. We got a lot of guys in on the tackle. Andrew Pence from his safety position doing a good job. Jake Castillo doing a nice job bottling everything up inside. And you'll notice we're doing a good job right there from our nickel linebacker position playing the bootleg. We run the stretch play right here. Just DeAndre Jennings, can't say enough about his physical attitude when he blocks right there. And there he is right there from his outside linebacker position, chasing, long, rangy, long arms, doing a good job. DeAndre, hated that he's the last of those Jennings boys to come through here, but gosh, just love being around him, love the job he's doing right there. And the quarterback just out of his reach. He came over on the sidelines, was a little disappointed on himself right there. Kyle Ryan doing a good job chasing, tackling out of bounds. Good job closing right here. I believe that's Blake Kirk, Caden Gasick in on the tackle right there. They run the sweep play. Andrew Pence doing a good job filling from his safety position, forcing the tackle for the loss. A lot of white shirts in on the tackle. Ethan Bell's in on a little pressure inside, doing a good job from his defensive line position. Kyle Ryan almost comes up with an Oski right there on the interception. They drop back. Caden Gasick just out of his reach right there, just about getting him a pick. Come back running the inside zone play up inside. Caden Hudson picking up some tough yards right there. That concludes the second half of action. Let's go ahead and, Coach, let's take a look at the stats. Obviously, Jenks won the ball game 41-6. We had 21 rushes for 48 yards. They had 40 rushes for 199 yards. Passing, we were 7 of 18 for 104 yards. They were 8 of 12 for 151. Only 152 yards of total offense out of the Spartans, 350 for the Jenks Trojans. Tackles, had some guys step up and play really well. Continuing to be our leading tackler each week, Mason Yelton had 12 tackles, Casey Sade 8, J.J. Cantrell 10, and then tied for leading tackler this week, Andrew Pence from the safety position with 12. Thought he did a great job. And so that concludes stats for this week, Coach.
Well, the kids came out and played hard. Obviously, we weren't on the winning side of it, but very proud of those kids, and boy, is it exciting for this week. You know, the senior parents going to have senior night. You know, we were looking back at Tyler being a senior and stuff, and when he was Little League, and you know, he's got 2 more games my son does, so senior night is huge. And boy, it's going to be a great football game.
Yeah, absolutely, against the Muskogee Ruffers, and we're going to want to go out and play our very best game for those seniors. Those seniors have been a part of a lot of special things. You know, your last year they were freshmen, got to play for a state championship, and a lot of them were on special teams and played some active roles. First 2 years in 6A, those guys made it to the playoffs. And if you go back 10 years and all the programs that have made the jump from 5A to 6A, not many programs have been able to make the playoffs those first 2 years. In fact, none in the last 10 years. And then this year, we want to go out and we want to end on a great positive note, increase our wins from last year, and continue to move the program forward, Coach.
Well, it's going to be an exciting night this coming Friday against the Muskogee Ruffers, and we'll be right back to the Genghis Grill and the Bixby Coaches Show with this week's Player of the Game.
The Credit Cruncher is making a move. Buy a car at the Car Country Move It Now Repo Sales Event. All cars and trucks, including repos, must move. Cars half price. Trucks 60% off. Repos dimes on the dollar. Zero down at every Car Country location. This is a limited offer, and you can only get it from one guy.
The Credit Cruncher at Car Country.
When it comes to safety, performance, and technology, Midwest Sporting Goods offers athletes the edge with products like Shuck football helmets, Tag shoulder pads, new 5150 BB Core baseball bat, or Nike and Under Armour apparel and shoes. Next time you suit up for a game or practice, put some Midwest best on you.
These words are what we do. We're unloading all new Nissan Altimas, the world's coolest gas-efficient midsize. Let us offer you cash for your vehicle and ride off in a Nelson Nissan Altima for as little as $189 a month and get 1,000 additional trade dollars with an Altima purchase. You know the song. Nelson Nissan, across from Bass Pro Shop in Broken Arrow, where Altimas are usually $199 or less.
This week's Car Country Player of the Week is number 75, Jake Castillo. Great defensive player Friday night and all year long in his entire career. Jake, you know, you've been playing, you know, how much offensive line have you played over your career?
I played offensive line until I was about 2nd grade to about 7th grade. I played offensive line, and then I started playing offensive line again sophomore year.
So, do you love that defensive side of the football?
Yes, I really do.
Yeah, that's a side that I always love, and boy, you've had a great career. And I was saying on the radio Friday night, you know, that we were doing very well on the defensive side of the ball, of controlling some of that line of scrimmage, and a lot of that has to do with you and your play. And congratulations being on this week's Player of the Week. You know, what's it feel like? You've got one football game left. What's it feel like with you and your brother? You know, knowing that Friday night will be your last game. What's it been like being a Spartan?
It's been really great, and just the fact that I'll never be able to play with some of these players again, especially my brother. I've been playing with him my whole life, and it's just a scary thought that maybe we won't be able to play with each other. Maybe we'll go to different schools or what, but hopefully we can go and play with each other again to the next level.
Well, I hope so too. Boy, you both had a great career. You know, both of you want to go and play football. Is that correct? And next level.
Yes, sir.
Well, good luck with that. And you know, what's it going to be like Friday night, that last football game? You know, getting to walk out on the field.
I don't know. It's kind of pretty scary.
Well, I can tell you right now, there'll be probably some tears in your eye.
Yeah.
And we've got a great football game ahead of us with the Muskogee Ruffers. Great luck, and boy, I hope I see you down at East Central next year playing on that for the Tigers. That's always my wish, because Coach McCarty, they'll do a great job. But no matter where you go, great luck next year, and great luck Friday night, because it's a big game for the Bixby Spartans. And good luck with that.
Thank you.
We'll be right back with this week's Nelson Mazda Youth Team of the Week right after this.
Genghis Khan. You may know me from such conquests as the sacking of Yanjing or the famous raid of Bukhara. Good times. But here, at Genghis Grill, I've chosen to turn my efforts from burning and pillaging to more noble pursuits like feeding and empowering. With 80 delicious fresh ingredients to build your own bowl, you can eat what you want. Could have used you at the Battle of Samarkand.
Genghis Grill.
0% for 72 months is back at Jim Norton Toyota. Hurry, get 0 for 72 on every new 2012 Tundra. Get huge clearance discounts, plus $3,000 rebates, plus 0 for 72 on new 2012 Tundras. And
I promise Toyota Care for 2 years.
Plus, you always get a lifetime warranty at no extra charge at Jim Norton Toyota, 9809 South Memorial, where T-Town gets Toyota.
0 down at Car Country. The only buy here, pay here dealership offering 0 down. 6 months on job. 1 year local residence. Household income of $2,000 or more means 0 down. Visit CarCountryCars.com for credit application or visit the big guy.
He's the credit cruncher at Car Country.
Nelson Mazda Youth Team of the Week is Bixby Spartans 4th grade white. The head football coach, Jason Carlin. Coach, we were looking at my wife and I, because it's our senior night for our son in a couple of weeks in college. Some of our best times were in that youth football. Have you enjoyed working with the kids?
It's been a wonderful treat. This group of kids that I have right now, they're fantastic. We've had a tough year, but you couldn't tell if you talked to them. They love playing football. They love to get together and get out on the field, and it's great to be around.
Well, I say it every week. Some of the best coaches my son ever had was in the youth football, and you had a lot of young kids, first-year players this year.
Yeah, about half the team. That's right.
So, is the season over right now, or do you have one more game left?
Regular season is over. We'll start a postseason tournament coming up this week. I'm looking forward to the schedule anytime now. And, we'll get at least 2 more games out of it. So.
Well, we want to thank you and appreciate everything that the youth parents do, because you put a lot of time into it.
Yeah,
you're here late on. You got to go eat late and homework late. So.
That's right, film, and but I tell you what, it's wonderful, and the parents that we have, supportive, and the kids, like I said, I'll do it any time for them.
Well, we sure appreciate everything you do.
Thank you.
It's great to be a Spartan.
Absolutely, we're looking forward to it.
I'm glad my son went through here. And good luck in that postseason. That's always fun.
Thanks. I hope to be in your shoes someday, where I can sit back and watch my kids play at high school and beyond.
I'm telling you, it's an incredible feeling, and congratulations.
All right.
Next week, the Spartans will host Muskogee Roughers. Ought to be a great football game. Beautiful weather, senior night. Make sure you're there, and we'll be back next week, hopefully with that big victory to end this season. We'll see you next week.
The Bixby Spartan Football Coaches Show was brought to you by Genghis Grill, Jim Norton Toyota, Car Country, Nelson Nissan, Nelson Mazda, Matthews Ford, Midwest Sporting Goods, TTCU, Central States Orthopedic Specialists, Graber & Associates, TRC Disaster Solutions, and by Citizens Security Bank.